Hello friends, welcome to my channel Indrani Cooks, where I make cooking easy and fun filled. As I go directly to the cooking, and by the thumbnail you can understand what I am going to make today. So 3 teaspoonful of mustard oil to the heated kadhai or pan. To this I am going to add some diced potatoes, which I will fry till they are golden in color, and then I will be removing in a pan. So just see friends how I am going to fry them. Today I am going to make taro root muri ghonto. This is a wonderful dish, typical Bengali dish. So let's try that, and I'll be showing you all in step by step. So I'm removing the potatoes which I have fried till they are golden, and to this same oil I will be adding the tempering. Here goes some cumin seeds. When they start spluttering, I will be adding 2 bay leaves and 2 sticks of cinnamon, 2 green cardamom, some cloves which are going to splutter nicely, and after adding the cloves I will be adding a strand of javitri, and after these frying nicely, releasing their aroma, I will be adding the taro root or the gathi kochu, which we call in Bengali, which you very easily get in the market. In Hindi it is said arbi. Now I have diced them also, and now I will be frying them till they are golden in color, light golden in color. To this I am going to add some powdered spices. First goes some turmeric powder. After turmeric powder, some chili powder. Here I am adding Kashmiri red chili powder because I cannot tackle the flame, friends. If you can tackle the flame, you can add direct red chili powder also. Here goes some cumin powder. If you wish, you can add some coriander powder also, which I have avoided. Now give it a nice mix. Some salt according to your taste. Friends, if you all like my recipe, don't forget to smash the like button, share with your friends as much as possible, and those who have not yet subscribed, my humble request, please do subscribe. A renovation is going on in my residence, my old residence, so you have to bear some unwanted noise. I can't help that, friends. Now here to this I am adding some flavored rice. That is, here I have added Gobindabhog rice, which I have soaked in water for half an hour, and then I am adding this after draining it nicely. You can add any small grain flavored rice of your choice. Now fry this very patiently for at least 10 minutes till the rice releases all its aroma and it is fried nicely so that it becomes separate from each other. The grains become separate from each other. This is a typical East Bengal style of cooking, but I can tell you friends, this is so aromatic and such a fabulous dish that once if you try it, you will feel like trying it again and again. I am adding a little bit of jaggery here. You all know, friends, I always avoid sugar and add jaggery. To what I feel is it gives a lovely flavor, it gives a lovely texture, and the taste also very nice. So if you all do not have jaggery at home, you can add sugar. A little bit of sugar to this dish is essential. So I have fried it very nicely. To this I am adding the fried potatoes. Again I will be giving it a nice mix. Friends, I will tell you that this dish demands your time. You cannot haste with it, you cannot do it very fast, but this is a very delicacy, I can say. Now I am going to add 2 cups of water to it. This water you can add according to your choice of gravy. Actually it will be not at all runny, I'll show you all, but your taro stems should be very nicely softened. So is your rice. The rice also has to be softened. Now I'll cover it for at least 10 to 12 minutes at low medium flame. You can put the flame low also. After 10 minutes this looks like this. So I will be adding some green chilies to it. Give it a mix. You can see, friends, the rice has nicely boiled, and I'll show you whether the taro leaves, I'm sorry, not taro leaves, taro roots has boiled or not. I'm mixing it nicely so that to see that whether it has stuck to the pan or not. No, it hasn't. Now my taro roots also very nicely they have boiled. Yes, they have done. They are very soft. Now a little bit of garam masala powder goes to it. Say half a teaspoonful of garam masala and 1 teaspoonful of clarified butter. This gives a wonderful flavor. As I told you friends, it's a very flavorful dish and it is finished now. I have completed making it. Only one thing is remaining here. I will be adding some cashew nuts and some raisins to it, kishmish. This you would have added when you were frying your rice, but I prefer it adding after. Now I will be adding the cashew and the raisins or the kishmish, and then I will be keeping it covered for at least 5 minutes so that all the aroma is nicely released. Mix it very nicely and then it is ready to serve. Please do remember one thing friends, covering it and keeping for 5 minutes or giving 5 minutes standing time is very essential to release all the aroma. Please don't skip that step. Don't forget that. Now your dish is ready to serve. Be happy, be merry, keep me in your prayers. Thank you for watching. Please do try this.